I mean, who doesn't like a big chap? What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division build video. Today we're going to talk about my favourite build for this season. There's been a few changes in meta and stuff this season, and I've kind of landed now, we're a good few weeks in, with what I consider my just kind of best all-round run and gun type build that just gives me the most enjoyment in the game right now. Obviously that is eased a little bit with having the Ouroboros, but don't let that put you off. There's actually loads of guns that you can run this build with. So if you've not got one of these yet, be sure to come over to my live streams and join my community Discord. We'll help you out, we'll get you one. So with all that said though, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Join my community Discord. You'll find the link down below in the description. We're a Lincoln Memorial. We've got 4 directives on for an extra 100% XP, and we're going to give this a go. So let's get started. So there's a few things about where I say my favourite build of, this season. 1, I want it to be survivability good. 2, I want it to be fun. 3, I don't really have to want to think about things too much, just want to shoot. And if something goes wrong there, like I lose my shield, I don't really want it to matter too much. But we need to have the big pew-pews, you know? I'm usually an all-red kind of guy. If we've not got the big pew-pews, it just takes too long, right? Got things to do, people to see. So far, so good. Obvious right off the rip, you can see I'm running strikers. I mean, who's not right now? Oh, rude, rude. Couple of the suggested guns for this though. You could run a FAMAS, you could run a St. Elmo, you could run a Lady Death, you could run a Dark Winter, you could run a Chatterbox. All these things would work extremely well with this build as well. If you are going to run something other than an SMG, there's a few other changes that you will need to make, and I'll go over them when we get to the build. But it just makes cream cheese of absolutely everything. I'm not even really hitting too many headshots here. Friday night, I'm tired, it's been a long week. What up, bro? Isn't it? And as you can see, just loads of armor, loads of DPS, and it just makes heroic an absolute breeze. Now you probably have to run the assault rifle variant if you was going to go in on legendary. I don't really feel like the up close and personal of the nature leans too well to legendary, but I certainly would think about taking the Oro for a secondary weapon. It really would get you out of a bind. The Oro's great in legendary anyway because it has kind of a short to medium distance. So right off the rip, I've gone with Gunner. And really, it's just for a few things, right? I've got the rate of fire increase on kill. I've got the Banshee Pulse if I want to use it. And the 10% armor on kill. So valuable, this. It's really good. You kill so quick. It's super valuable for that extra survivability. And every third reload is 50% faster. Not that we need that too much with the Oro. But just make sure you've got SMG damage selected here as well. So let's take a look at guns. We've got a fine selection of guns here. I'm running the Ouroboros, but like I said, you could run the Lady Death, you could run the St. Elmo's engine, you could run a FAMAS with something like Optimist or Fast Hands, and all them things would work really, really well. Like a shield splinterer as well. All these guns are just really, really good, and will all do the job, especially just in heroic 4 directive. I left off Pistolero. It's unless you're running, a special build to refill your ammo. It's just no fun trying to run that directive, but I did do a video yesterday where I talked about XP farming, and that's got a great build for that end. If you wanted to run, say, challenging 4 directives or challenging 5 directives, that build will get you absolutely sorted. So they're the guns of my choice. So we'll have a look at the stat page why I'm here. You can see we're at 59% crit chance, 166% critical hit damage, and 70% headshot damage. So let's take a look at the gear. So right off the rip, we're going to run a Sokolov chest piece. We're going to run 2-piece brand set for Sokolov, so we get SMG damage and critical hit damage. You don't need to run 2-piece of this. You could run a Grupo in there as well, and you get exactly the same bonuses. We got weapon damage, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage. And we're going to run Obliterate, my favourite damage talent. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacked all the way up to 25 times. So the backpack is the second Sokolov, but like I said, this could be a Grupo. The chest could be a Grupo, whichever way around you want to run it. We got weapon damage, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage. And Bloodsucker. Now, I take this all day at the moment because we're so powerful when it comes to everything else. Having a non-damage talent on the backpack really doesn't mean too much. You can see, like, killing an enemy adds and refreshes a stack of 10% bonus armor for 10 seconds. And it means I don't really have to run blues either. I mean, if you want to be super comfortable and almost close your eyes while you're farming, you can throw a couple of blues in like I showed yesterday and still run through challenging content really, really easy. But if you want to keep it all red like me, then this is just an absolute no-brainer. The Matador's pretty good here as well. I just find that Bloodsucker's just better. If you're in a squad, maybe swap to the Matador because sometimes you might not be getting the kills. But for solo play, I definitely would recommend using Bloodsucker. And we don't have to worry about picking up things either from running the Memento. Just straight out, you know, blue stacks on the armor bar. Let's look at the rest. So now, dead easy this. Now we're going to run the 4-piece strikers. Weapon handling, rates of fire, and strikers gamble. Weapon damage, critical hit damage, and critical hit chance. Then on the gloves, weapon damage, critical hit damage. On the knees, weapon damage, critical hit damage. And on the holster, weapon damage, critical hit damage. Nothing new here at all. It just feels really nice to run the Oro with Bloodsucker and these 2 pieces. I run a shield because that's just the way I am. You could run the Banshee Pulse or Defender Drone or something if you wanted to be a bit more run and gun as well. That would work absolutely fine. Maybe consider swapping a blue or 2 in here instead as well, rather than going all red if you're going to do that instead. And then a Reviver Hive for your extra life. It's all just really, really nice. I put the build together on the Division 2 builds tool. You can see here on the screen. And I'll save the link down below in the description if you want to catch that there as well. There's the gear all loaded out, and there is the stats as well. That's going to be it for the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's any other builds that you would like me to cover. Thanks for watching, agents. Goodbye.